Welcome to dyslexiawayofThinking.co.uk lecture and presentation on dyslexia treatment by myself, Stephen Milner. I often get asked the question of dyslexia treatment, and it's a rather difficult one in the sense of there's so many issues and areas of dyslexia, but I always recommend one simple aspect, and that is speak to your local dyslexia association worldwide available, and also if you're in the UK, Dyslexia Association and or the Dyslexia Action. They will be able to point you out to the best tutors in your local area who can help you and get the assistance you need and support. Here is a list of different, I'll call them treatments, but support and methods to help ease dyslexia symptoms and the effects of the weaknesses of dyslexia. Now, a lot of students have problems with their reading, and it is known that coloured lenses or coloured overlays do help to increase reading ability. Very simply, if there's three colours as of the colour white, red, green and blue, an optician will search for the best colour of the red, the best colour of the green and the best colour of blue, and put it into a specific new colour which the eyes feel easy to look at, and therefore when reading the more signals are going to the brain and therefore increase reading ability. I would highly recommend all dyslexic students and parents to have to visit an optician for this. To find your local optician, I'd recommend again speaking to your local dyslexia association or support groups. Now, from a dyslexic point of view, I believe in self-acceptance. When you read my book and e-book, it's all about self-acceptance, knowledge of what dyslexia is, not just as a weakness but as a strength. And I believe it is important that dyslexics are taught what dyslexia is. They get told on a daily basis that you have a disability, you have many weaknesses, but we never actually talk about the strengths of dyslexia. And I think it's important that all dyslexics are taught what dyslexia is, not in a negative, but in a positive light. Because it's important to have self-acceptance and knowledge of what the issues are. Because dyslexia is not just about reading and writing problems. My opinion is if you don't understand dyslexia, you won't understand why you have these weaknesses, and therefore you won't understand how to use your strengths or turn your weaknesses into some strengths. Okay. The next topic here as a bullet point is dyslexia teaching. Okay, dyslexics do have problems with reading and writing. The coloured lenses will help and assist, but it is important that the dyslexic is retaught reading and writing. I have myself had this done when I was a 13 to 16-year-old young lad, and it does help. It teaches the dyslexic student the sounds of letters, how to read, how to spell. It's something which dyslexics have This is one of their weaknesses, because they've had to struggle from this from an early age, and therefore when they get to maybe 13, 14, it's important to solve that issue so therefore they can have a higher reading age and a higher writing age. I recommend that you seek support from your local association and support groups. It might be wise to have a private tutor for this. I myself had a private tutor. Learning study skills is quite an interesting one. I know as a student I had difficulty not just reading and writing, but to actually put words on paper. The structure on paper, for example, how to write an essay, how to write a report, note skills. So I believe it's important that dyslexic students are taught this, retaught it, because they miss out on the actual ability of doing this from struggling in the past. So therefore I think it's important that teachers reteach these skills to dyslexic students. I hope, I know this is just a very quick lecture, so I hope this gives a general outline of what type of treatment I believe dyslexics should be taught. This is just a general outline. To get the best support, please do visit your local association and contact your local support groups. They will put you in touch with the correct people. Only when a dyslexic has had assessments and also a teacher analyses the dyslexic student will the correct support and treatment be given. This is just a general outline of developing self-acceptance in dyslexia and developing a positive student rather than a negative student. I hope you have enjoyed this lecture. If you have any questions, please do email me at stephen@dyslexiawayofThinking.co.uk. You can also find me on my dyslexia group, What Dyslexia, on Facebook. And obviously you can visit my my blog, dyslexiawayofThinking.co.uk, and also my video blog, which is iamdyslexic.net. Thanks for listening, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye-bye.